I'm Scott Downman. I'm the Director of Journalism at the University of Queensland. We're part of a Transmedia project that's immersed in a high school in the southern suburbs of Brisbane. It's a low socioeconomic area, and the students are immersed in the school community for about 8 months. During that time, they extract stories from the students at the school about a range of issues, but because the school students are essentially asylum seekers, refugees, or from a myriad of multicultural communities, that forms the basis of the stories. And then the students have to use creative methods and storytelling methods of making those stories come to life. So what actually happens is that it takes usually about 4 months for the students to get a gauge of the stories within the school. Once they understand what the issues are and they build a relationship with the students who are telling them the stories, then they come up with the ideas of the most appropriate medium to use to tell those stories. And so what we end up with is we use alternative news gathering. So some of the students will paint their stories because they've been through trauma, and it gives them a tool to talk about the things that they've experienced on their pathway to Australia. We then sometimes use their paintings and their pictures to help tell the stories in the storytelling transmedia process. The whole basis of what we do in this project is we encourage our students to look at journalism as a calling as opposed to just a job. Often we hear that anyone can be a journalist. We don't believe that. We believe that lots of people think they're journalists, but they actually aren't. And so what we seek to do is to highlight the professionalism that is associated, the ethics, the integrity, and these kinds of things that are essential for being a good journalist. And that's what we instill in the students through this process.